Happy birthday. Can you say that? Birthday? Birthday is a very difficult word to pronounce, and happy birthday, therefore, is not necessarily the most optimal way to say happy birthday to someone. In this video, I'm gonna teach you different ways to say happy birthday to friends, family, coworkers, so that you learn something new. I understand everyone says happy birthday, it's the most common way to say it, and when we learn something and we start using it, we become comfortable using it. But there are better options for when saying happy birthday to a friend, for example, or to a family member, or if you want to add some humor to make you sound more native-like and more advanced. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you those alternatives. I hope you're doing very well. I'm going to be speaking English throughout the entire video. And that is so that you can get the maximum amount of listening practice while you're learning these phrases. Now, if I'm talking very fast, and if you don't understand, click on the button here around somewhere and activate subtitles. You can activate subtitles in your own language or in English, and you can also slow down the clip if you want to. And just a quick note before we get started. If you want to improve your speaking fluency and your English pronunciation, I have a very special surprise for you at the end of this video. So stay tuned, learn all these phrases, and then I'll give you that surprise at the end. Let's start off with some more serious ways to say happy birthday, and then later on we'll move on to the more funny ones. I wish you the best on your special day. Your special day implies your birthday. You can also say, have a great one. Have a great one, maybe you've heard that in other different contexts before. Have a great one, we can say to someone who we just see on the street, and we can say, hey, have a great one, referring to have a great day. But if you're telling someone who has his or her birthday, have a great one, they know you're referring to their birthday, and that's a good alternative. Here's another way, I really like this one. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Wonderful is such a wonderful word, don't you think? Wonderful. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful birthday. You deserve it. Many happy returns, and this is a very native-like one, more British, I think. Many happy returns, and basically it's referring to that you want your friend or your family member to return to this day every single year. Many happy returns so that they get older, right? We want them to get older and hope they have many happy returns. On the same theme, we have the following phrase. Wishing you more candles to blow, or wishing you many more candles to blow. Basically meaning the same thing. I hope we have more candles to blow out because the amount of candles symbolizes your age and we want you to grow older. Wishing you many more candles to blow. I wish you more candles to blow, you can also say, but wishing you sounds a little bit more native, a little bit more casual, better flow. Now, the next one, continuing on that way or that structure of saying it, wishing you can say, wishing you a day that is as special as you are. Wishing you a day that is as special as you are, okay? Maybe it's a bit overkill. Overkill is an expression we use all the time to say, maybe it's a bit too much. Maybe it's too ambitious or too overkill. You decide which one you prefer. If you want to sound a bit more romantic, if you want to sound very nice, you can use this phrase, no problem. But now let's move into a little bit more funnier and happier ways to say happy birthday. Here's one that I've actually used myself many times. I wish you a happier birthday than everyone else has wished you. I wish you a happier birthday than everyone else has wished you. Basically meaning, I'm special, my birthday wishes are very important and very good. It's a joke. Here's another one, and now we're stepping into the area of age jokes. I love these jokes. When someone, friend, family, anyone that I know that I am somewhat close to, if they have a birthday party, I definitely always say or mention some sort of comment about their age because it's fun. Here's a very typical one. Happy 21st. Now, this is something you would say seriously to someone who is turning 21 years old, happy 21st. But this is typically a phrase you use for older people. Let's say someone is turning 35, you can say, happy 21st, referring to the fact that, you know, they're getting old, which is fun. Now we have another phrase that I've personally used myself, if I have to admit it, and it is, you asked for it. Here's nothing. Happy birthday. Basically meaning the person did not wish for anything, didn't want a gift, didn't want anything. If I said, you know, hey man, what do you want for your birthday? And he said, you know, nothing man, you don't have to buy anything. And then I come to his birthday party and I said, you asked for it, here's nothing. Happy birthday. Sort of like an excuse to not bring anything to the birthday party. Here's a nice one. It's not really a joke, but it is different, and you can use this one as well. If you use these phrases, by the way, with native speakers, they're gonna love you for it. And they're gonna give you so many compliments, like, wow, that's really special, like, cool, you knew how to say that. Here's one I really like. I hope to see the day when you have no teeth. I hope to see the day. I hope to live until the day when you have no teeth, which is when you're gonna be really old. So it's a very nice phrase. This one is probably one of my personal favorites. Typically, if you have a friend, we all have this friend. I can guarantee you have the same friend. We all have this friend who always reminds everyone of their birthday. You know, hey guys, it's my birthday in 2 days. It's my birthday in a week, you know? And so a good phrase you can use when a person like this has his birthday is, I can never forget your birthday. It always comes the day after you remind me of it. Happy birthday. The next one is about age, and I think it's a little bit directed towards men, a little bit older men. Your dad, your granddad, for example. It's your birthday. The good news is you're only as old as you act. And right now, you're in kindergarten. Now, you're only as old as you act is a very typical way to say, man, I know you're old, but you don't seem that old because you're very youthful. You're only as old as you act, as the way you behave, right? We all know a lot of 40-year-olds who behave like 20-year-olds. And, you know, to them we can say, man, I know you're 40, but you're only as old as you behave, as a compliment. Now, kindergarten is preschool. Before school, when you're a kid, you go to kindergarten. This is to emphasize that the person you're telling this to is very immature for their age and they're old, so it's kind of fun. But you could actually just say, it's your birthday. Good news is you're only as old as you act, and that's good. Here's another one about age. You have to put some acting on as well. Like, I can't believe you're 50. You don't look a day over 49 and a half. Funny one, maybe. Now, before I give you the last couple of phrases and then give you that special surprise, I want to ask you something. You probably have some funny ways to say congratulations in your language, right? Please let me know. Let me know in the comments here below. How do you say happy birthday in your language without necessarily saying happy birthday in a fun way? How would you say that in your language? Let me know in the comments here below. I want to hear it. We're sticking to the theme of age-related happy birthday wishes. And this one is quite funny. Cheers to a friend who can tell me when bread was only 5 cents. Cheers to a friend who can tell me when bread was only 5 cents. When you say when bread was only 5 cents, you're referring to when it cost 5 cents to buy a piece of bread, which was obviously a very long time ago. So it's an age joke again. Another one you can say to your dad or maybe an older cousin is, cheers to an old man who still thinks he's young. Call it experience and enjoy your birthday anyway. Congratulations. Cheers to an old man who still thinks he's young. Okay? Cheers, that's the way you pronounce it. Cheers, cheers. Cheers to an old man who still thinks he's young. Call it experience and enjoy your day anyway. Happy birthday. Call it experience means typically when we get older, we don't like to say we're old, we like to say we are experienced. And now you're telling your dad or your older cousin, hey, just say you're experienced, you know, and enjoy your day. Congratulations. Here's another one that also plays a little bit with words, and it's a bit more advanced, so see if you can understand it. Man, you're like a tree in the woods. old, but still managing to stay grounded. Now, a tree in the woods. Woods is the forest, right? Now, I don't know for sure, but I think woods is more common to say in the United States rather than forest. I might think that forest is more common to say in the UK. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. If you know, let me know in the comments below. Anyhow, to be like a tree in the woods, you are old, obviously, but you're still managing to stay grounded. To stay grounded here have two meanings, double sense, right? The first meaning is that it stays grounded. Staying grounded means that the bottom of the tree is very well ingrained with the bottom. So it's very firm. So that's the number one meaning. The second meaning here of staying grounded, you say to someone who is wise, who doesn't let their emotions take over when something chaotic happens, for example. Now, a person who is grounded, or a person who stays grounded, is a person who stays true to their values and to their purpose in life, to the vision that they have sort of predetermined in their head. A grounded person is a more wise person. And so this happy birthday wish is actually an insult and a compliment in one. You're like a tree in the woods. Old, it's the insult, but still managing to stay grounded. Compliment. Now to finish off, here's one. I don't know if I think it's funny. You tell me. Man, someday you have to tell me how you survived the dinosaurs. Happy birthday. Referring to that they are very, very, very old. Or just, a little bit older than you. That's all you need. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. The likes really help to share this video with more people who want to learn English so that we can make a better and more positive impact on the world. And please subscribe to the channel as well so you don't miss out on any new videos. Now, as I said in the beginning, I have a very special surprise for you to help you improve your speaking fluency and your pronunciation. It's very, very, very important to improve your English pronunciation. Why? Because of three things. Number one, when you improve your pronunciation, you improve the fluency in your conversations because other people, native speakers, will understand you. Very common. We see it all the time. You go into a conversation with a native speaker, you have poor pronunciation, and so even though you're saying the right things, the native speaker doesn't understand you because they're not used to that they're only used to correct pronunciation. And so they don't understand, and you have poor fluency in your conversation. So number one, pronunciation improves fluency. Number two, improving your pronunciation improves your listening. Because when you improve your pronunciation, you get better at producing sounds, okay? Different sounds that may not exist in your language, but they exist in the English language. A very typical one is the TH, the th. A lot of people with poor pronunciation, they don't even hear it. And so they might hear an F, like f, or a T, like a t. And so a thought for them might be a taught or a fought, which are completely different words. So when you improve your pronunciation, you also get better at recognizing these sounds and then distinguish between words, which improves your listening comprehension and therefore also the fluency in your conversations. And three, last but not least, when you improve your pronunciation, you also improve your confidence in speaking, because you know that people won't judge you. They're not going to judge you because you have a little bit poor grammar or not as broad of a vocabulary. I have a very limited vocabulary in Spanish, and I'm not the best at speaking, but I still get a lot of compliments, and 99% of those compliments are for my pronunciation. When you have good pronunciation, you feel confident speaking because you know you're not going to get judged and you know the other person will understand you. Okay? And as a matter of fact, I have just created a video here on YouTube, it's free to watch, that goes through and does the best exercise in the world, in my opinion, to improve your pronunciation. It's called shadowing. And this very video has gotten a lot of good comments. It's a video that's only 20 minutes long. and in only 20 minutes, I'm able to improve your pronunciation. This is what some other people have said about it. Look here, I did the exercise and the result is amazing. Thank you, Kalle. Another one, incredible. I'm so impressed by this exercise. It felt like magic, Ivan. Then we have Kristi here. I'm surprised, wow. And I got more fluent. Huh? Isn't that cool? So, if you want to see this free YouTube video as well, it's only 20 minutes long, and I promise, if you do it, you're going to improve your pronunciation. Then, the only thing you need to do is click right here on the screen. I'm going to show you the video right here. The only thing you have to do is click on it and be ready, okay? So, I'll see you in that video, okay? 3, 2, 1, go!